Welcome back. This is the fourth session of our beginner cello series. Today, we're going to learn Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on the cello. So we'll be using the D and A string today. So we'll go over how to easily do that in a stress-free way, and then you'll get to play along with me. This video is going to have a lot of useful technique tips because this might seem easy, right? It's Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. But, there are some parts of playing the cello and playing on two strings that might actually seem a little trickier once you start doing it. So watch this video as many times as you need and try your best. I can't wait. Let's get started. To get started, I would like to review a little bit of the D major scale, which we learned last time. So instead of doing the entire D major scale all the way up to fourth finger on the A string, we're just going to stop at the note B, which is first finger on the A string. So I'm going to play, you can play along with me if you feel comfortable, but let's just go over this so we can kind of warm up and get our fingers ready to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So we'll start open D. Now, turn around. Okay, so by doing that, I was practicing putting my fingers down in the correct spots and also especially practicing coming down from the A string to the D string. So, for example, this part of it. We'll see that this might actually be one of the trickiest parts of playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So practice the D major scale going up to B and then coming back down, and then come back to this video. Let's also just check a few things really quickly before we get started with our song. So put your left hand up on the neck with your fingers on the fingerboard. It doesn't matter necessarily what notes you're putting your fingers on right now, but I just want you to check to make sure that your left elbow isn't too low. We don't want, chicken arm. We also don't want it too high. So just a natural level like this. Like if you were to pretend to be a zombie, for example, like this natural level where your elbows hang, this is kind of where your elbow will be. So just double check that it's in the right spot. Also double check that your fingers are nice and round. So if your fingers look like this, let's see if we could fix that. So just boop, pop them and make them round. So nice round fingers. And then also let's check that our thumb is behind the cello, behind your second finger. All right, I'll give you a moment to double check those things, and then we'll get started with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Twinkle Twinkle Little Star only uses the notes in the D major scale up to B, just like we practiced before. So if you feel comfortable with those notes, then this is going to be super easy for you. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it for you slowly, and I'm not going to speak. So you can watch what my fingers are doing and see kind of what's going on. So I'm going to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So that was Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Some things that I was thinking about while I was playing that just now, I was making sure that my fingers weren't going up too high. So every time I would lift my fingers up, I don't want them flying high in the sky, right? It's best to keep your fingers close to the string, as close as possible to the string. That way, your motion of changing notes just turns into basically an up and down kind of motion. We're just going off the string and then back down, instead of going from all the way up here and then having to try to find the spot again. So keep your fingers as close to the string as possible, and that will make your life so much easier. So, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star can be broken up basically into 3 separate parts with two of them being exactly the same. So, we'll call them parts A and B. So, part A. Part A is the main Twinkle Twinkle Little Star melody. So we go, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. So we'll start with that part first. Part A, we're gonna start with 2 open Ds, D, D, then 2 open As, and then we have our first finger on B, 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 A. So just practice that much. I'm going to do it one more time. Awesome. All right. Then the next part, what we have to do, so if our left hand was here, so B, B, A. Now the next part, we're going to go down the D major scale starting on the D string with 4 fingers. So we had an open A, right? And our fingers are ready to go. They're hovering over the strings. So now I'm going to move my hand just a little bit. So now it's hovering over the D string. And then I'm going to put all 4 fingers down. So I'm going to do that again. So B, B, A, move my hand a little bit. Now I'm over the D string and go down. And then pluck that twice. G, G. And then we just keep going down. F sharp, E, E, D. So, one more time. Move my hand, get ready, hover, and so that is the part A of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So pause this video, try that a few times. Don't move on until you feel really comfortable coming down from the open A to 4 fingers on the D string. So go ahead, and then whenever you're ready, come on back and we'll keep going. Okay, so part B of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, we're going to do the same pattern twice. So this is the up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky part. So to play this part, we do A twice, then 4 on D, which is G, 3, which is F sharp, do that 2 times, and then E, first finger just once. So all together that sounds like this. So the trick here really is going to be making sure that you feel super, super comfortable going from the A string to the D string and putting all 4 fingers down on the D string. So when you do that, just again, make sure that you're moving your hand just a little bit, and it's okay if you look at your fingers at this point. Just make sure that they're hovering over that D string and then put all 4 fingers down. It might seem easier at first to just do 1 finger, but I promise it's not easier. If you put all 4 fingers down, not only does that give you a little bit more power, a little more pressure on the string without straining your arm, but it also keeps your fingers in the correct spot. So when you climb down the string, so for the 4 and then the 3 and then the 1, you're not trying to figure out where they are. So make everything just really solid. We want to stay here. We don't want to kind of go all over the place. So always remember, helicopter hover. That's what I tell my young students. Hover like a helicopter over the string and then calm down. Like that. The last part of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is a repetition of part A. So you already know that part. So go back, if you need a refresher, go back in this video and review part A of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and then we'll put it all together. Let's play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I'm not going to speak. I'm just going to play straight through. So you can use the music that I'm providing, the sheet music I'm providing, or you can look at the letter names and the fingering numbers on the screen. So here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Great job. So with that, you are finished with session 4 of our beginning cello course. If you feel brave, if this was easy for you, try this on the other strings. So using the G and D string, or even the C and G string. So it'll sound a little bit different, but mostly be the same. So that could be a fun challenge if this video seemed a little too easy for you. For your homework, I would love to hear you play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So go into our private group, and when you're ready, record a video of yourself playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and post it, and I'll give you some comments, and I can't wait to hear it. So this is a very exciting moment, playing a song on 2 strings. So happy practicing, good luck, and I'll see you in our group.